Welcome to the episode of Middle Ground with JLE Season 14. That's the theme song, Detroit Love, off my first album, JLE Experience. I own the music and copyright. Don't mute nothing Facebook. I don't see nobody trying to say they own on Facebook. I get tired of doing those appeals. Just saying. Got another amazing guest for you today. Have my brother-in-law, entrepreneur Anthony Ferguson. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you for doing it.
Yes, sir.
First question, what led you to this path?
Well, it starts with, I guess, with us being brothers-in-law and being connected to a beautiful young lady who happens to be my sister. So that's definitely what led us to each other. And a long-awaited I would say kind of gathering. We still haven't done it again in person. It's been a while, but it's great to just be involved, see you, and help move with it. Whatever you have going forward. So,
okay, you're gonna be part of the program.
Yes, sir.
So, what made you become an entrepreneur?
Honestly, it was necessity. I mean, as we discussed, I've been to prison. I served quite a long sentence, 12 years on a 15-year sentence. And during that time, just knowing that I would be coming out in my early 40s, I was thinking, like, what could I use with the limited resources that I have that I could start and create an income, you know what I mean, for myself. And so working out and stuff is something I'd always been into. At the places I was at while incarcerated, they didn't supply a business class or a course that would allow you to get certified as a personal trainer. But what I did started doing was just getting books on my own, reading and recording different workouts, different ways to teach people to work out, stretch. Started understanding the difference between training a senior or just somebody in their 50s, or training an athlete or training a teenager. And just started looking at those things, document them, creating workouts to give myself as much of an edge as I possibly could. On top of performing a lot of workouts, doing new stretches and different things that I was just learning and reading about. So when the opportunity came and I got out, that was the first thing I got involved in. I got online, got a certification. Anybody could do that. You can finish it in your own pace. So I think I ran through mine in about 60 days, got the certification, and really hit the ground running. About 30 days after that, I was working in a gym, which I wanted to see how it was to do assessments, I guess you could say, break the ice of dealing with clients. Mind you, I'm not coming from a place where I was dealing with clients. None of that had evolved yet.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I just figured, you know what, let me at least start, go work in the gym. Pay wasn't that great, but it wasn't really about the pay. It was about just learning how to work a room and be in a space like that, and how I would even address address the clients and give them information. So while doing this, I started to learn that, for one, it seemed like it was becoming the personal training game was changing. If you were working in a big gym, it's hard to make a lot of money in those type of environments. So with social media, the marketing and everything to build the brand pushing and everything, it's new. It's changed. It was new to me, and I had an idea that these things were changing. So I started to kind of refine. Okay, it wouldn't be ideal for me as an entrepreneur just starting out to try to lease a building and keep space. Now I need to keep membership and people coming in. So I was like, how can I change that to where equipment costs, space is minimal, so that I can maybe charge a more affordable rate, while at the same time a rate that was acceptable for me. So that led me to doing in-home personal fitness. And I started looking at equipment and designing equipment, looking at equipment that was all portable, so that I could take it with me everywhere I go. And there's a pretty decent market for people who, for one, don't like going to the gyms because they're uncomfortable. not necessarily because of the setting and what people are doing, but because they don't know how to use the equipment. You know what I mean? And but then also you'll have like some of my clients are seniors, and there's a lot of discomfort even with the environment, also not knowing how to use the equipment. Then second, their needs are different. You know what I mean, as far as what we would be training and how we would go about it. So once I figured that out, I created the website, business cards. My first couple clients came through referrals from clients that I already had working at the gym that I was working at. And so when I went out on my own and started this, it kind of, it did well. It did well, so that's what made me choose that as a path. For one, it was the quickest and easiest thing I could do, knowing I just had a 12-year gap from being in the world with no real work experience prior to that. So, you know what I mean? With that being said, I did learn a few tricks on a resume. Every job I had in there was on my resume, even if the company was named something different. So I had to do what I got to do.
Understood.
Yeah, funny story. I actually still use one of them to this day.
Understood. Because I remember my humanities human resource class, we were debating. Each group had an assignment. Someone had one about check the box.
Right.
I'm like, what's check the box? For people that come out, they have to check they were been in jail. So I'm like, oh,
right.
And because of that, they were not getting a fair chance to redeem themselves in society.
Right.
And they made a compelling argument, and the class would take the opposing. And somebody had some great points. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But I mean, if you don't want them to go back, they need a fair chance. So you can't say the man hold you down or nothing. You got a fair opportunity to get out here and get it if you want it.
Right.
Now, if you ain't trying to get up and do it that way, I don't know what to tell you, homeskiller.
Right. Right. Well, you know what? I would have to say, so that is a part of it. But mind you, that's the piece when you come out. But what about the training and stuff while you're in there? And that's the gap,
So they stopped that because I heard they used to do a lot of that, get degrees and everything.
Well, it's always been a farce. They've never done a lot of it. It depends on where you were housed, what your security level were. Are you state? Are you federal? Are you county? You know what I'm saying? So are you fighting your case? Like, you know what I mean? So it depends on where you are and if they even provide something like that. But in most cases, they don't provide those things. And it's a sad reason why. And the reason is they need recidivism because it employs people. If you start teaching brothers or not just brothers, people incarcerated, skills, different trades, so that they can get gainful employment when they come home. Well, now you got to start talking about letting people out. Well, that's not the conversation they want to have. So the violence, the tension, it's used to control in there. And my brother, you can go into a jail or an incarcerated situation and come out dumber than you were when you enter, because you can find yourself playing cards and watching TV just to get years by, because you may be at a place that don't provide anything else but a library and a high school or GED. And you may have to do 10 years like that.
Wow.
So it's a farce when I say, oh, they don't. They don't make trades and stuff. Man, I was a Victorville FCI. They were teaching a solar panel. They were giving out solar panel certifications. They had a solar panel class. But it wasn't even a real actual certification like that would last for 3 years, 4 years, like through OSHA or through whoever's mandating, this process. It was just a VT course that you got a certification that you did this 9-month solar panel class. But they were giving it to people their first year of a 10-year sentence. So in year 9, what are you going to remember from this 9-month course? One, how
that ain't gonna be helpful,
right? And then who's teaching the course? Another inmate. Who's opening the door? The guy who's getting the check as the VT instructor.
Oh, wow.
So that's what's going on in prison, bro. It's not, it's a
Mm.
real, they use a word, the word institutionalized a lot about people. Man, that word can only be applied to a very small few. It has nothing to do with these brothers would love to do more. But when you don't give them no opportunity to learn or really grow or pick up just day-to-day skills, the functional skills that you would need just to navigate a job site, just navigate a job site, identify a specific career or a chance, or match the skills that you have with particular jobs so that you can add it on the resume. These type of things are unheard of. No grown man is being taught that in an adult prison, though they should be.
Yeah.
Yet you're sending them out to a halfway house in your city. Where are the halfway houses located?
Bro, I can't tell you one in Detroit.
I'm saying, well, let me ask you this. In the areas that most halfway houses and facilities
I've heard ain't the best.
That's the point I'm getting at. Not is where they're located. So you're dumping guys who just you went through a hopeless situation to a place in a area where it's breeding out hope, like that, and hopelessness. Like that's it's just the feeling that you get, and they don't have the skills to navigate these different landmines. The opportunities aren't even always there, and it's ready-made life. If you got kids, you got to start producing right away. You should, you should have that as your mindset. But a lot can't. But a lot can't. A lot can't because of those situations. You know what I mean? And of course, there's the personal accountability part, which I'm all for that. That's what really triggers change. That's what triggered my change. Is you have to have the personal accountability. But this is the stuff that you fighting against. But now but the flip side is that one day you got to look at yourself in the mirror and decide, are you up for the fight? Period. Because it's not going to change. So yeah, we could talk about the issues. They're shitty. It's what's going on. But in the end, I had to look at it like this. Okay, they're not going to change these issues for me or anybody else no time soon. So are you ready for the fight? Are you up for the challenge? Period.
Okay. So. Well, that brings us to the next question. What was that moment that changed your mindset when you know you was coming home?
My daughter was a lot of it, but even more so just me. I just feel like a lot of wasted years, wasted time unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying? And it was like the only thing I proved throughout all that is that I could do time. I mean, that was it. I mean, really, you know what I mean? Yeah. Here it is. I had this little girl whose life was turned upside down because all she wanted was me. And all she needed was me. You know what I mean? And it just didn't make no sense. So it's like, okay, I had to go in there. When I was in there, I went through, they have their RDAP program. And I don't consider myself a drug addict or anything like that. I went in there for drug sales, you know what I mean? But here's the thing. I was like, you know what? Why don't I just approach this program by just completely undressing myself? Just don't go in with a preconceived notion about what I already am. Just ask the question. And if you answer it and you like the answer, cool. But if you don't, you need to fix it. Just let it all down and go in. So, it went just as simple, are you a good father? Are you a good friend? Are you a good son? Like, are you all these things that you say you are? Like, we preach we a stand-up guy because, you held it down and did the sentence. You didn't didn't talk to the police, or you didn't do this, you didn't do that. But I'm like, when have I ever lived like that for my daughter or, other people? You know what I mean? When have I given them that full commitment? You know what I mean? So I just had to say, like, no more. I was like, when this is over, everything that I was holding on to is gonna have a life sentence. It's gonna stay in prison. Nicknames, gang association, whatever it may be, all those things. It was like, man, I was gonna really like not play the 50 with the transition. You know what I'm saying? Like really go all the way with this new set of rules, new set of life, and what I wanted. Just like I went all the way in the alternative lifestyle. You know what I mean? And harm to any, everybody finds their path their own way. We all get there when we get there. So no, I don't have no bad words for anybody still going through their path trying to figure it out. I just implore you to try to figure it out a little faster, because it's serious out there, man. And they'll keep you in there. They'll keep us in there, and they don't care. They don't care. You know what I mean? So care a little more, because if the help ain't coming, that's it. So you know what I mean? So that's how I approached it, man. Like I just feel like I understood the playing field, that help wasn't coming like that. And I had given my life, too much of my life, to incarceration. And that wasn't the story that I wanted told about myself. I'm better than that. I'm bigger than that. I'm smarter than that. I want more than that. So live like that, period. So that, for me, that was the challenge. It became a personal challenge. Like, okay, like you did everything. Can you do this one though? Like, you know what I mean? Not waver either. You know what I mean? Can you do it? And so being that, after taking the steps to start my own business, it did well. But with the changes in the industry, I knew I didn't want to create a full-time social media presence, just training. I knew I didn't want to build a brand in that manner, partly because of age and some of the way that some of the things that I inspired to do going forward. So I ended up making a career change and went back to school. I'm actually currently in school now. I went back for machine tool technology, and just to get myself some more skills, those skills that we were being denied while being incarcerated. You know what I mean? And it's actually been a blessing, man. I had always had an interest in the manufacturing world, and just how machines work. And so when the opportunity arose for me to have a chance to go back to school, for one, and realize that I still have Pell Grant life left when filling out a FAFSA application, I figured that, I'd be a fool not to use it. And I identified it a program that, that was in high demand for being machine operators, programmers, CMM operators. And I jumped in. Like I said, I'm a semester finished, and finishing that semester and sitting with a woman that was 72 years old in a career room, revamped my resume and taught me so many lessons that when I completed that semester, I took my chance at somewhat a legacy job in the manufacturing world. And sure enough, not only did I get the interview, I got the job. So yeah. So, it was just, it was just making that commitment, man, and just being 100 with it, and seeing it through. So
now, how your daughter doing since you've been home?
Oh, doing well. So just another blessing. My daughter, when I came out here, she actually moved here with me. And, she was struggling with a few things socially and stuff, just navigating the life as a teenager. It's hard out there for teenagers these days. Oh, man.
I was drinking Parmesan and smoking weed to deal with
Right. But you know what? But it was real. It was real. I had broke her heart. I let her down. She didn't have her dad. She didn't have the person that she believed in and trusted to protect and come to when she needed it. And it caused problems. I left, she was 5 years old. So you tell a 5-year-old, a few years. Well, she turns 8, and she like, a few. I'm 8, right? That's a few years. You know what I'm saying? And then they tell her, okay, no, baby, just hold on a little bit longer. And she turned 12. You can't tell her now it ain't shit. She knows it's been some years. You know what I'm saying? So man, just the trauma that we didn't, I never forget that. I wouldn't say I'd never forgive myself, because at some point you have to move on. But I just,
I what you're saying.
At the same time, like it broke my heart to know what she went through.
She's doing time with you.
Just because I wasn't there. But at the same time, again, it led through other struggles that she was having. But with God's grace, man, she came and moved with me when I came home. We got her graduated through high school. She actually working and has her own little place not too far from me. and man, just turning into just such a beautiful young woman.
That's awesome.
And it's wonderful. So
I remember when I met you that I know like, okay, when she with the mom, she give a little burp.
Yeah.
But daddy, stop.
Oh yeah. I'm
like, okay.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah. I mean, we come from that. That's the era we come from anyway. So yeah, we didn't play that. But that was my baby though. I mean, she's my only, for one, she's my only child too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's me all the way through from attitude to yeah. What they say, he through your kids, God get you back for what we did to our parents. Oh yeah. I don't win no battles. So
I feel that.
Yeah. But she's doing wonderful, man. She really is. It changed a lot for her, and I'm just so blessed that she was, for one, that that it wasn't such a rift put between us that she that she didn't want nothing to do with me. Instead, the whole time she just was waiting for me to come home. So and with that, I feel like I at least did something right. To keep that alive. So
respect. And I remember they came up here once when we had was it 2015, the big July 4th party.
Right.
Her and your mom, and I was doing a lot of work.
Right.
Grill. Came clean the crib. Then we went and got the fireworks because you got to blow your money up for the kids.
Yeah, you got to do that.
I love the kids. And they were losing, man. Do it again. Like, we ain't got too many to the M80. I don't know where my brother-in-law got it from, but I done did 2 of them.
Right.
I was still a little chubby, so I got to stretch now because I want that blast ray to knock me over. Y'all get me on. Like, Jeff lit it and flew over there, and not me, not the kid. No.
Right.
But they had a great time.
That's what's up.
Great time. Yeah,
she did too. So
awesome. Now, are there job opportunities for people when they get out?
There is. There's quite a few jobs, but here's the thing. Everything costs. So depending on where you at, just starting out, if you don't have no skills, you just have to you have to live with that. You got to own it. Like in my situation, I had to own the fact that I didn't have no recent forklift skills. I didn't have, nothing. I'd been gone for 12 years. So I have to keep my perspective as well. You know what I mean? So I knew, just starting out, my job might be a little physical, you know what I mean? But not crazy. I just knew warehouse environment, fairly physical. But I got out. It was during COVID. So I had to spend the first week at the halfway house on quarantine. That following week, I got out of the quarantine cell on a Monday. Or I don't cell, room, whatever. On a Monday. On Wednesday, I got my ID. On Thursday, I got a job. I got hired on the job for a job. So working at a place called Renewal by Anderson. They're a windows company, windows and glass sliding doors. Okay. And I was on their swing shift, preparing loads, preparing the trucks for the installers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and it was the differential. So another tip for guys looking, look for swing shift differentials. Like, you know what I mean? It had a certain wage, but it gave you another $2. You go to swing shift, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Little things to tweak to kind of get me in the door, make sure the income that I was coming in was, one, worth working for, two, paying what it needed to pay for me to, go forward. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there are opportunities. Keep your perspective is the main thing. Keep your perspective. Know your situation, man. Like if you've been gone for 5 years, you cannot walk out demanding, that you be in some specific, the manager. You can't get the manager. you can't be the manager, baby. You gotta chill out. You gotta, so keep your perspective for one. Mm-hmm. Man, do you know that the things that dudes do to get out of prison, meaning you rack in your little 8x10 on time. If they tell you take your clothes off, they want to strip search you, you'll do it right there at the drop of a dime. Mm-hmm. just so you don't get written up or have anything happen to postpone you coming out of there. Yet when you get out, you can't take your ass to a job to stay free. That don't make no damn sense.
Yeah.
It don't make sense, bro. It don't
bro.
make sense. So I'm telling people, keep your perspective. Don't say what you wouldn't do when you're going through all the degrading things in the world just to get the freedom. So now you can't do more to keep the freedom? That's stupid. That's stupid. I watch all of us be in there biting our tongue. Do you know how many officers I wanted to, you know what I mean? Man, we're being degraded, and you got to take your lick. You got to take your lick and keep pushing, because it's a 5-year sentence can turn into 10. You do the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? So all the different things, that the way we have to eat, the way you just everything, man. If when them bells go off and they say rack in, everybody, I don't care how hard somebody say they was and what PNP, unless it's some planned demonstration that everybody agreed on, or a few group, when them bells go off and them police get to coming, all of them rack in and get in their cell. Everybody do. So I don't care about nobody's story or what prison or where they say they was at. When the folks come, when the people come, you
online.
Unless something is going on where it already been decided, we getting down. That's the only way. But I'm saying that's far and few in between where you taking it there like that against them. And so I'm saying the fact that you knew to listen and do all that just so you would get out, why wouldn't you be willing to go even further to stay? So that was another thing I asked myself when it came to getting that job. Okay, what was I willing to do? Knowing what I came from, knowing I was even cleaning toilets in there for 30 cents. 30 cents, man. Janitor job, like you're going to be some type of cleaning something, you can get whatever, even if you passing out commissary, that ain't no damn career. No. Yeah, people in there covered in jobs like that thinking you own. Man, that's not no career choice.
Yeah, they pay more for cleaning out here than they.
I'm saying all these different things that we shrinking ourselves down. Whether you working in the chow hall, you scooping food, you mopping the floor or something. That's what I mean by cleaning. You might be mopping the floor in the common area. You might be dusting the computers off or something. Whatever it is you're doing, all these are jobs that you would never consider doing. But in that moment, for that $50 a month that you're going to get on your books for doing this job every day that take 10 minutes, you do it. So what's the difference? How are you making it different now?
I feel you.
You know what I mean? If you're in a halfway house, even if you got to take a job that may pay a little less, but taking this job is going to get you out the door. And you make your money. You know what I'm saying?
And why ain't they paid for college when I cleaned the university?
Right.
I know people that wouldn't go, like, it's free. I don't want to go to class, but it's free. It's government cheese. It's a degree. Right. It's free.
Right.
You don't take basket weaving? Nah, man, I'm good, Jeff. All right.
And outside of that, it's like if you don't have an entrepreneurial spirit or something that you know how to do, more than likely you're gonna have to go back to school, man. Like there are a lot of that thing that they say about we have a lot of good jobs in America, but can't be filled because people don't have the skills. That is a very true statement. And it's why I went back to school to do what I'm doing right now. Because I went on Indeed and I'm looking at these operator positions and there's tons of them. Yeah, at different pays, depending on what kind of product or what kind of manufacturing warehouse you're working in. But quite a few, some really good ranges. I was like, well, wait a minute. Well, let me see what it would take to get into that. And that led me to find the machine tool technology program at the junior college, which is, the community college, which is just 10 minutes away from my house.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And again, like I say, 6 months later, I land a job, that I'm going to retire at. Unless I fuck up. I mean, that's the only thing. That's the only way I don't retire at this. And not putting all my business out there, but and it's worth being there. I don't have to do another job. I don't have to find, you know what I'm saying? But it did take me going back to school and learning something. So
trades they pay well, man.
Yeah. So my summer has been pretty boring. The 2025 has been boring. and it's going to continue to be boring because the fall semester is going to start up soon. So,
Okay.
but the end of that, it's a year program, and it's a year program. So that was the other thing. Let me say that as well. I was looking for something that, I'll be 46 next Friday. So I was looking for something that wasn't going to put me in school for the next 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? And
Gotcha.
and that could get me into one of these high demand positions that paid well. And again, that was my choice. I know everybody ain't in their journey. Some of you guys feel like y'all got another shot at it. So be it. That's on you to make that choice. I don't have no more years to give nobody behind no damn walls. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Birthday to you.
In servitude to know nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So it just was demanding that I do more and create more for myself, and that's what I'm doing. But yes, for others coming out, they do exist. Just be prepared to work, bro. You gotta just care a little more than what you did before. You got to rearrange your priorities and just shoot your shot. The same way we shooting it at everything else. Shoot your shot and fully commit to the steps. Like it can't be you complete a semester and you think you get an award for that. You know how many people that completed semesters? Don't nobody need to call you and pat you on your damn back. You don't need or you don't need a vacation or a break. Get the degree or do a year at the job, then say you need a vacation because you'll actually have vacation time to take. But it's that part of it, man. If it don't work in 3 weeks, it's because it's not supposed to. That's why it's only 3 weeks. It's not that you're doing nothing wrong. Life don't work in 3 weeks. Nope. That's not how it goes.
A lot of people on this microwave town like that's not
right.
Take a minute to get something and be great at it.
Yes, man. So I would tell them take those same instincts, like for example, for a hustler, take them same instincts you used when you was going on a 90-day or 60-day run and you wasn't spending no money and you wasn't buying no clothes. You ain't taking the girl out. You just out stacking and saving and hustling. Treat your job and your life the same way, man. During the wintertime, it ain't no reason to do much. Stack, go to work, get your OT time, take a course, add this, boom, boom, boom. At the end of that year, end of that 6 months, you might have added 2 more certifications to whatever your specialty is. You might have added 5, 6, whatever more dollars to your income, or opened up a new streaming lane if you're trying to get through social media and push something. I'm saying it's the same thing. You have to give it time to work. You have to make the commitment, and you have to sit down. Stop trying to reward yourself prematurely, man. Everything ain't a night out. Everything ain't a bottle pop just because you do something for 90 days, 6 months, or even if they do give you an award for doing it, man, if you don't sit your ass down and put that water in a plaque or something, you know what I mean? Like, that's it, man. Just chill out a little bit and let it work. Because I mean, if I didn't take that approach, I would have gave up a long time. Me, even personally, I would have gave up and tried something different. Went right back to what I knew, or attempted to, and now I'm playing the 50. And I feel like, for one, consciously, when you make a decision to go a certain path, I'm a spiritual person. I believe in God. I can't say I'm just all in it, but I believe, when you're putting that energy out there and it's false energy and you're lying, and then you start playing the 50, it come back on you in some kind of way.
What is playing the 50?
You know what I mean? So
hey, hold on. What's that term, playing the 50? Never heard of that.
Oh, the 50-yard line. Instead of going to the 100, yeah, like, you one in, one out. You say you ain't in the game, or you say you ain't gang banging because you hit a prison. Let's say the odds ain't in your favor. So you start telling people, oh man, I ain't really about that. I'm really on this. Okay, that's fine. But don't go to this next place and now all of a sudden you got the feeling again. That's what I mean about playing the 50.
I got you.
Say it and be it. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't be when it's convenient or when things are hard, let me go back and dip the toe in and be this person. You know what I'm saying? Stay the same person.
I'm feeling that. Josh, step down. We'll have to talk when it's over because God keep talking. Like, write that down, Jeff. Like, okay.
Right.
No problem. I try to be obedient now because I want my money back in my pocket so I can.
Hey, I'm about to
lifestyle.
bless you with a new term, man. Yeah, that's the one I like.
Yeah, I done wrote a lot of stuff down for you, though. We're gonna chop that.
Playing the 50, man. You can't play the 50. You got to
What
go
do
the
you
whole
think can
100.
be done more to help people coming out start over?
Say again.
What do you think can be done more to help people come home from prison?
Skills, job skills. Honestly, job skills. Like
Okay.
you can't say go get a job, go get a job, knowing people don't hire people without skills. People do look for felonies, do look for reasons to keep people out of the box. Like
Okay.
and the racial dynamic exists. I mean, just walk into most boardrooms, walk into most banks, unless you live in areas that are heavily, black or something like that. Yeah, you'll see mixtures. But I'm in Oregon, man. Please, yeah. If I go to the Amazon distribution center, I can see all kind of black people and Mexicans and all kind of people working together. Yeah, but when I go to Wells Fargo, I don't see them.
I
You know
feel
what I'm
that.
saying? So yeah, like that exists. So unfortunately, we have those hurdles, and so when you see clicking, checking the box, it's gonna get held against me, possibly different than it's, you know what I mean, than somebody else. Maybe it won't, but it is a fact that it's possible all the time. All the time. So yeah, the job skills, resume skills, man, people skills.
Yeah.
I'm
And
just clouded. I'm
I
just
have seen
clouded.
it
I'm
before
just clouded there. I'm
on
just
my
clouded
on my
there.
ground floor show. I mean, some of my sisters love, they want a street pookie dude. Like, you do know a street dude, a real street dude ain't Cliff Huxtable. He's a
No,
street dude.
right,
What's wrong with your thinking?
right.
He ain't love you, hold hands. He out there getting it.
I
And it's
mean, and then,
dangerous.
it just they got to be more. They got to clarify that a little more. Like, what do they mean? I mean, there's not just one specific street dude. Like a lot of times when we say that, we just mean you moving and shaking. You out there now. What level you are, what you actually doing, what kind of role you playing in the streets is different. But it's a lot of people who run the streets and in them. But everybody don't carry themselves the same way. Nor do they date or even have relations the same way as each other. So that they just throwing that's a real vague term when they say I just want what kind of
It's a lot of videos these females are making where they want
yeah
Tupac with a degree. Like,
Tupac with a degree.
are you
Didn't he,
serious?
didn't he have one? I thought he got one from Juilliard.
I don't know. He might, but
I thought he had one.
we know him for his music stuff, but we know more for Thug. Like, you always in some shit.
Yeah,
So it's like,
unnecessarily though.
why
I'm
you
about to,
want that
I'm,
going
I'm
on in
about
your
to
life?
say
Why don't
something.
you want
I'm about to
something
say
calm?
something very, very unpopular on your show. They might really slam me for this.
Go ahead.
But
You
they saying they
yes.
want Tupac. Man, that's a music dude, man. Like, what do you mean? Like, street dude, my ass. He a dude. You just falling into stuff, bro. Falling into stuff. You making he was somebody making a choice he didn't need to make. You a blood. You from the
Yep.
Bay. You from the you picking sides. Like, man, whoever with you. Like, man, what's
Yep.
your core? So that playing the 50, he's an ultimate playing the 50 type person. Who the hell are you? Are you an activist? Are you a gangster? Are you a killer? Like, what the hell? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What message are you really trying to send?
And I'm a big fan. I'm like, if he could have had a little more maturity in the bigger picture,
Yeah.
these people you shouldn't be hanging with, bro. You are a musician first.
I love the music, and I'm just getting on the fact that people immortalizing like the path, or it's the ultimate thugness or streetness. Nah, man, he was
No.
really more confused than anything. But the dudes that I know that I done been around, they not picking that many sides. They're not going that many paths. They don't have that many groups of friends that they just switch and jump with. So nah, I ain't feeling that street dude my ass.
I
You know
feel
what I mean? You was confused in the path, and you should have just picked music in that path and stayed out of the streets because it wasn't for you. That's the truth about it. People really should be
You're
saying,
right. You're
you know
right.
what I mean? I love the music, but let's
Yeah.
keep him in his lane. Your music was cool. Yeah, you got into some trouble. So a lot of brothers get into trouble that don't rap all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that don't mean nothing. That don't make you nobody special because your stupid ass know how to get in trouble like the rest of us.
Yeah.
we all know how to do that.
Yeah.
So
You ain't told no lie right there, brother. What's the biggest lesson you learned so far?
man, not to take things personal. Personalizing things, like when people talk, they ain't always talking about you, or if somebody's sharing a story, let them share their story. You don't have to try to pick them apart or try to, oh, but see me, they not talking about you. They just sharing their story. Are they sharing their moment? So not taking things personal is like the biggest thing, man, because when you don't personalize stuff, you don't really walk around with a lot of anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like your experiences, for example, like when I don't get a job, I don't personalize it. I don't think about my past as what stopped me. I think about how am I going to get the next one and can I shoot my shot again? I'm not focusing on that part of it. You know what I'm saying? So if I personalize it and it becomes, oh man, see, I knew they wasn't gonna give me a chance. I knew they was tripping about this. I knew they was. I ain't even had that conversation with that person. So I try not to project my will and my impression on a person in a way that it defines them to where, for one, it puts up a wall to where I can't grow or learn from that person, or that I can't hear that person and see what they got to say. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you're walking around in your own bubble. If everything is so personal for you to where you can't listen to somebody else or a different perspective, or try something different. Try something that, when it ain't working, you know what I'm saying? So that right there would be the biggest thing, is learn not to personalize and take things personal and
All right, we reached the point to mark promote anything you have coming up or going on. The floor is yours.
I do not. Other than a birthday, I don't. Nothing special. I got this semester coming up to continue my education and my growth at the company I just got hired on with, because it all tracks together, as far as the upward mobility, and so I'm just focused on one, completing it successfully. And what I mean by successfully is not just repeating or regurgitating what I was told, but knowing and understanding what I'm learning. You know what I mean? And being able to like apply it, and maybe even teach it. So,
yeah, I'm seeing that too. Stuff I'm writing down. What has been your biggest challenge on your journey?
I'm just making sure I stay consistent, but I won't even really say it's a challenge because the choice is made. So I mean, but it gets hard. So that would be the challenge. The hard, I'd say, just stay in the course, stay in that course, stay in the schooling. May not be up, right now like I want to be. May not have this, but I'm far from without. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even close to a bleak situation, or you know what I mean. So it's just reminding myself that that's how it is. That my setting and my foundation is fair, and it's only looking upwards. So continue that path, and stay focused. And like I said, it gets hard in the sense that life is hard, probably for everybody. Everything costs too much. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter what it is. Everything costs too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't got a wife, so ain't nobody splitting nothing with me. I'm doing it all on myself, all on my own.
I remember eggs was almost $10. Like,
yeah, I know, right? I ain't got a roommate. I ain't got none of that. So yeah, it get hard a little bit, but nothing that but not like that either. It don't get so hard to where I ever feel like I need to choose to do something. Just go back to my past life. Again, I won't even, I'll say stupid in reference to my experience. I won't say stupid in the sense, again, I know everybody going through what they're going through, and they seeing what's in front of them, and you only know what you know. You know what I'm saying? And so I just would never disrespect somebody's experience, and by saying, oh, this is stupid and this, and you should, nah. You have to get there. I had to get there, and it wasn't a guarantee that I would make it there. It wasn't a guarantee I would come home. I was sitting in there for 12 years. It was not a guarantee that I would come home from there. Anything could have happened in that place. So you never know. You never know if you're gonna make it to an opportunity to change. But if you come to a point in your life where consciously you aware, one, for what's affecting you, and you have an urge to fix it or change it, do something about it. At that point, you have a responsibility for yourself to do something about it. And so that's just where I'm at, and that's the path that I'm on.
Okay. And I was praying for you the whole time. Like, this brother is too talented to just be there. That's part of the story, but not the end.
Right, no doubt.
Now, in your words, what has been your impact in the community?
I wouldn't, for me, it's not so much about it's not so much about the community directly, but it's about meeting my responsibilities for one, being a father. The ripple effects of being a father and being there, that's impactful on the community. You know what I'm saying? Little do we know. And it's the next generation. Like, she's my next. So my goal is to facilitate her being the best she can be and spreading whatever, and letting that ripple out into society, into community, maybe to her kids, into goals and after her. So really it's about just making sure I'm truly, I guess, being the person that I believe I am. And if I'm doing those things, I think it'll automatically create relationships, conversations like this, platforms like this, where who knows, maybe somebody's listening, maybe they were helped by something we said, maybe they weren't. But, there's no reason not to be having this conversation. It's exactly the kind of stuff we should be talking about. And so it's just about that, just making sure the path and the steps that I'm taking are the steps I want to be taking, should be taken, that and then just letting it ripple effect from there. Not being so caught up on it has to look like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do that a lot.
Yeah, because and then now you're trying to deal with the letdown when it doesn't look like this. So it kind of feeds into that, not personalizing even the journey, kind of letting something, of course, keeping my initiative and ambition to get things done, but just not losing that perspective. And I feel like being that type of role model to others, to where it can be recognized, is an impact on society. You know what I'm saying? Coming from what I've come from, or from the prison background, just something else to share with you and the audience. That wasn't the first time I went to jail. I had also been in prison as a juvenile, and so shit, half my life, I'm 40. I'll be 46 next week. Half of those years, damn near to the T, have been in an institution. You know what I'm saying? So yet, when I run across people, they say they don't see it. And I feel like that's a blessing in itself, because that's not what I want you to see. That's not who I'm here to represent myself as. You know what I mean? So I thank God for that, because not a lot of people can say that, where it's not just rubbing off on them when they walk into a room to go through something like that,
Yeah.
So it's more about my personal accountability is my impact as of right now. Will it grow and become more? Hopefully, if I get the time, God willing, so be it. But if not, my personal accountability is my impact to society.
Yeah, just listen to you talk. Like, unless you said it, you wouldn't know.
Right.
Last question. Yoda game, I call it, because I need that Nietzsche type stuff to help make people feel comfortable, reflect. Now, Star Wars. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
God, for one, don't force it. And don't throw too many darts at the board like that. Like, you really need to, man. Yeah, that would be main one. Don't force it, for one. But when you do, you have to commit. You have to commit. Like, you can't half-ass it and expect 100% result. Like, it does not work like that. And you have to be prepared, like, to fight. You got to be prepared to fight. I don't mean physically, but you really got to be prepared to fight. Like, you might be tired from studying or working. And you might have extra responsibilities, whether it's a child, relationship, a parent, or, something. It's be prepared for the fight. Like, you have to be prepared and committed to what you need to do. And if you're not, it's a good chance you're not going to get the result that you want. So that's it. Like, be prepared to be proactive, to be prepared to be proactive in your pursuit. Like, you have to be proactive. If it ain't coming to you, you might, maybe your homeboy come up and he bless you and you do right by it. Maybe, I don't know. But in most cases, that's not how good it don't come like that. You're going to have to fight or work for it. Could it be easier than some for others? Yeah, if you identify the right thing, sure, 100%. But whatever it is you're willing to do, that you want to do, whenever you find it, because it's not always easy to find. I mean, here it is. I'm finding my path at basically at 45. I turned 46, but I found it at 45. I've done many things in between there. So, just if you got a able mind and an able body and a willing heart and you want more, eventually that'll lead to something. You know what I mean? And when it do, just be prepared. Be prepared for the fight, because it's not going to be easy at all. It's not going to be easy. They're going to pull the rug up from under your feet a couple times. So
that's some niche stuff right there. I agree. And something, I'm being obedient. You will add speaker to your name at some point.
Right. Okay.
There's another stuff I'm tell you offline, but he did say that online. Everybody hear that.
Okay. We'll let you put that energy out there.
But this your first time ever on the podcast?
It is.
I enjoy it.
I enjoy it. I mean, I listen to them all day, so I might as well be a part of them. Yeah. I really do, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the freedom of people to be creative, and the opportunity to do something unique and not have to wait if you have it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some people that they just draw attention. They just, the laws of attraction are just in their favor. And so I just like that the platform exists and the capability exists for people to kind of just step out there and take your shot. I encourage people that take your shot, man. Take your shot.
Yeah, I got this out the mud because I wasn't trying to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still like, wow.
It's easy for a person to tell somebody what they can't do, especially when they ain't doing it either. That's the easiest.
I'm getting my little soapbox. Your little podcast, Jeff, little podcast, okay.
Yeah.
When deals come,
right.
Yeah, I ain't got no jobs. I ain't got no little job.
Right. It's always a shot or something.
Well, I'm a little petty. I ain't gonna hold you up. God's still working on me.
Right.
Little, I remember that little shit. I remember that. Okay.
Right.
No problem. Let's go and hit. Hook and crook. Just go and pop. And the building I get is gonna house many different platforms.
Right.
Dang, Jeff, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, but the main thing is this, man. You don't know until you step out there. So if you already got in your mind that you're gonna fail, so that's why you're not attempting nothing. I don't have nothing for you. I really don't have nothing. I don't, and you're gonna get left behind. And and people who think like that need to understand that it's fair for people to question you and your intent. It's fair for people to leave you behind when you carry yourself that way. It ain't cool. It ain't okay. So take your shot, man. You got to step out there and do something. If you truly want more, if you truly believe you're worth more, you got to step out there and try something, and just put forth the initiative. You have to. If you don't, again, it's fair for everybody who doubts you to doubt you.
True. I mean, I started cleaning company. I ain't never want to do that.
Whatever
it take, man. Whatever it take. I'm not too proud. I'm gonna get it.
Right. Sometimes you have to reinvent yourself, man. It's machine tool technology. We've talked many times. I've never mentioned this before. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just you have to keep your eyes open. You never know what you may fall in love with. And it's again, keep in perspective. I've been gone, man. I was gone. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't. So one of the reasons why I'm not hard on myself is because of that. It's like there's certain things I don't, you wouldn't have had this because how could you? You weren't, you ain't been here to do it. So it's just that simple. That's the answer to the question. I don't have to, oh man, why this ain't like this? And you were gone. That's why. You know what I'm saying? There's no mystery. Didn't no white man do nothing? Didn't nobody do nothing? Yeah, it wasn't none of that stupid shit. It wasn't no slave. It wasn't none of that. Nigga, you was in prison, fool, dummy. Yeah, sitting there looking at walls and yeah, that's what you was doing. So you didn't learn shit. You didn't, you wasn't building nothing. That's why. That's why you having the hurdle. So ain't no reason to personalize and point the finger at nobody.
True.
Yeah, I spent the better part of the early years giving my best impression of a jackass. That's what happened. That's what happened. You know what I mean? I had to
write that down.
Yeah. So, man, the judge sentenced me when the juvenile, when it came for me to get out, and I went to the Port of Pardons. They gave me more time because he said he felt like out of all the people that have come in front of him, you know better. So I was given more time.
Damn.
The next time I was given a long sentence. The judge said I was intelligent. After she told me I was intelligent, she said she was giving me 180 months in the federal penitentiary because that would give me just enough time to still have a little life left, and hopefully I get it. That's
your last chance.
Yeah, and use that intelligence that you have for something more. So, it's funny. I'm like, damn, all these people that called you smart and intelligent, and at their biggest moments, it resulted in a prison sentence. Like, boy, that is not what I want to attach to my story of intelligence anymore. But I never forget it. Like that every time I hear the word intelligence, I think of this Tina Campbell, and that's the judge. That was the judge who sentenced me. I never forget her name. That woman said, "Yeah, man, you're really intelligent, and yeah, I'll give you 180 months." Like, damn, like that's where that took you. Yeah, but
shout out because she gave you one more chance.
Right.
She all of it was based on.
Yeah, man. But again, all of it was based on, even somebody else thinking or saying like, hey, man,
there's something.
You don't have an excuse, basically. You don't have an excuse. Like, yeah, maybe your conditions where you from, not having nothing, not growing up like a lot of us grow up without nothing. You know what I'm saying? But again, at some point when you can articulate certain things, when your comprehension and how you conduct yourself is known, and everybody know you ain't no damn fool, you got a response. You know what I mean? You got a responsibility.
No better, you do better.
Right. You got a responsibility to yourself to wake up. So all the misfortune that comes behind that is coming. What they say, God take care of babies and fools.
Yeah.
Once he know you're not a baby or a fool for real, not that you act like one with the shit that you doing, but once he know you're not a real fool, like a lot of that good grace and help, it stopped coming.
He comes to a point where you're gonna have to learn a lesson and change.
Yeah, you're gonna have to swim. Yeah, you're gonna have to swim now because we ain't no raft coming. So that's just for me, that was another way, a reason that just provoked like my biggest change is knowing that there was something else in me, that the path and the choices that I was making were beneath me. You know what I'm saying? Not again, nobody else. I don't care. I know how y'all got to where y'all got based on your own experience, but through my experience, there was definitely a point when, I knew I should be doing and carrying myself in a different way. And when I didn't, huge penalties came to me for that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it was, the conscience, the laws, whatever it is, coming back at me because I should have just been doing something else. And that's my take on mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember after I was doing this for like 2 years, I remember a coworker working on midnights had told me he's going to our buildings.
Right.
And Jeff, I can see you on the radio at night doing the show. Like, I'm trying to do music. I ain't trying to do no radio. You talking about lady, you crazy.
Right.
And I never thought this was radio. Like, it's podcast. Like, Jeff is still radio. Like, no, well, damn, it is radio. Broadcasting.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Like, why does it have to be either or? Like, that's another thing like we do to ourselves by putting ourselves in box. Well, hey, they go hand in hand. I can sing on the radio. Like what is it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I was just stuck on music, bro. I was not looking at talking.
Right.
No,
right. Yeah.
me. I don't like people like that. No.
You gotta come out them boxes.
And I said, like, damn, you just funny. You've been like, I've been trying to tell you, yo. And then my homeboy I do ground floor with now, we had a Jesus meeting years ago. Like, if you start doing, your dad was pastor, if you start walking that path, you'll do books, you'll do speaking, all the stuff I'm doing. Like, nah, man. I told him God is to the left. I did my job. Leave me alone.
Right.
I ain't trying to do all that. Too much work.
Right.
But he got me doing it because it's ministry. And I had a guest tell me that last year, like, I prayed about being a guest on your show. And I kept hearing Bishop like, oh, man, here we go with that guy. Cut that phone off. I ain't trying to do all that. What's your daddy pastor? Like, yeah. You know, yeah, I know. I should be doing it. I'm hard-headed, but yeah. Well, I just keep hearing that about you. And you know this is ministry. Like, this ain't no. Man, start connecting the dots.
Right.
Help people find a purpose. Idiot, that is ministry. Damn, God got you.
Right. Hey, you know, that's so funny.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so funny how we shorten like the meaning of words and apply them to like one. It's like, wait a minute, like that's not when they say that, you know, it don't just mean you standing at the pulpit in your local church, right?
Bro, that's what I was on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you Lance, like, Jeff, don't you hope you find a purpose?
Right.
40 countries, everybody listening.
Right.
Don't that sound like ministry stuff? Like, okay, you got a point. I can see.
Right.
You got it.
Right.
But I've learned it's better to submit to His will, so you can get to where you good on your path instead of keep hitting your head. Because Lord knows I didn't hit my head because I wasn't trying to be doing all that. Like, people come to your house late at night for prayer, kick rocks.
Right.
I ain't about that life.
Right.
Other forms of ministry.
Yeah.
Saturday night, instead of in the club, wild and drinking.
Yeah.
As people share their story, it helps them find a purpose.
Right. Yep. It comes in what they say, it comes in different forms, man. Like, you know, everybody need to be reached in their own way. Not all, you know, so not everybody's voices carry to each and every individual. Sometimes it takes specific moments and specific people to do that. So,
that's true.
You know.
Now, have I made you feel like the tagline where treat you like family, feel comfortable with sharing your story today?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. We back home with it. We talked about 2 hours yesterday.
Yeah, them crazy sports take. Like, I need to
ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed.
You sound like my cousin. These crazy takes, man.
Yeah, ain't nothing changed at all, man. I was definitely felt welcome and comfortable here. Love what you're doing and was supported any day of the week. And I just again hope, you know, hopefully it impacted somebody in a positive way.
Absolutely.
You know,
and you definitely gonna be back because
yes,
we're gonna talk after I play my ad for my products and
the
intro. But yeah, I wrote a lot of stuff down. Being a beating.
Right.
Normally, just be a beating, just shut up, just right. All right. We hope y'all enjoyed this interview. I'll see if I got one next week. Might be a replay, but I might replay this one again. This was good stuff. And the one from yesterday. So I'm going to play my ad and the intro. Hope y'all enjoy your weekend. And y'all have a good one. Here we go. Thanks for tuning in to Middle Ground with JLE. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to buy my products, go to Amazon.com for my books or my music. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE. And more to come. See you next time. Detroit, welcome to the D, baby. 3-1.